Good evening, hockey fans from around the Nicola Valley. Welcome to the show where you can stay up to date on everything Merritt Centennials Talking Sense. I'm your host and play-by-play broadcaster for the Centennials, Jared Thomas. Talking Sense brought to you by DCS Auto, the automotive shop that can talk your vehicle's language. Bring your car into Sean and Heidi on Louder Street behind Cal Tire or call 378-2929. The Sens wrapped up their January schedule in the week that was a month that wasn't too kind. Sens going 3-7-2-0, but last week saw matchups against the Vernon Vipers, Penticton V's, West Kelowna Warriors, all games against interior division opponents. Two of those were season series closers. Let's start with the first matchup last Wednesday, a game to conclude January. Sens looking to reverse their fortunes, but were facing one of the top teams in the league. They skated with the Snakes all the way through the first until the Vipers got a sniff of the power play.
The line for Jandrick, one-timer, gets through everybody!
Puck eventually went in off of Jimmy Lambert, the leading goal scorer for the Vernon Vipers, and after one period of play, the Vipers led 1-0. To start the second, Sens looking to bounce back, but it was the Vipers once again with an early goal.
Sandu in the corner, Trot steps up from the right point, throws it in front, Berger, what a stop, and two! And Wada on the third opportunity makes it 2-0 for the Vernon Vipers.
At the second goal of the game, the lone goal for the Vipers, 5-on-5. And that was kind of the story in this one. Sens with a lot of power play opportunities, couldn't convert. And the Vipers, on just their second opportunity, they did.
Back for Stapley, across the ice for Judson. Wrister deflected on and in by Jesse Lansdale. And that was a perfect deflection. Ends up going over the glove side of Jake Berger. And the Vipers 2 for 2 on the power play.
After the game, head coach Joe Martin said, the Sens kind of fell asleep in that second period, end up giving up 2 goals, going down 3-0 heading into the third. And in the third, the Vipers with another power play goal.
10 more seconds to go. Trot back for Upberg. They'll switch spots. Upberg on the right side now. Throws a wrister low on the rebound. Safely will score. Those are the kind of plays the Vipers have been converting on the power play. Deflections in front. Second opportunities. And it's another second opportunity, this time on the power play. For the Vipers, they are 3 for 3.
Sens would eventually find the answer on the penalty kill and would eventually find the answer on the power play late in the game. Vipers leading 4-0. Goaltender Ty Taylor looking for BCHL history. His 8th BCHL shutout of the season would have been a record, save for a little Sens power play that saw a certain someone get his first legitimate goal of the season.
Held in by Berkepeck, across from Monroe, walking in. Monroe! Soft corner! Jackson Monroe, his second BCHL goal of the season, breaks the shutout bid, and the Sens won't be a footnote in BCHL history.
Unfortunately, that's all the Sens can hang their hat on in this game as they fall 4-1 against the Vernon Vipers. Conclude the season series going 1 for 5. The next matchup, they'd face the Penticton V's looking to get their first win of the season series. We'll see how they do in segment 2 of Talking Sense in just a moment on Q101. Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome back to the show where you can stay up to date on everything Merritt Centennials Talking Sense. I'm your host and play-by-play broadcaster, Jared Thomas. Talking Sense brought to you by DCS Auto. Give them a call. They can talk your vehicle's language, 378-2929, or go see them on Lauder Street behind Cal Tire. Segment 1, we recapped the 4-1 loss against the Vernon Vipers, and in segment 2, we'll look at the Friday night affair. Penticton V's in town. Sens one final opportunity to beat their arch rivals from Penticton, and early on in the game, they got a good start.
It'll cross the line. He's got Copperwood with him, trying to find the trailer. Comes to Van Unen. Quick shot. Shield a save. Wicks throws it back on the score!
Wicks converting on the first shift of the game, just 17 seconds in, with some of his new look line mates playing alongside Matt Copperwood and Rylan Van Unen. Head coach Joe Martin scrambling the lines a little bit, and a little later on in the first period, it would pay off, but from the defensive end.
Court driving wide, behind the net, tries to center, gets over to Gerlip. Gerlip, wrister, score! From the high slot, the puck had eyes, and it found the top corner!
Sens trying to escape the first 2-goal lead, but with 30 seconds left, the Vs spoil the party.
Converged upon by 3 Vs. Now in, Ward, the shot! Top corner, glove side.
In the second period, it was kind of the goaltender's time to shine. Matthew Gosselin got robbed off the goal line by Adam Scheel, and then Jacob Berger on the other side.
Turns it over to Wyatt Slobosian in that far side. It's loose for Clack in front. Oh, what a save by Berger!
No goals scored in the second period set the stage for a big third, Sens leading 2-1 with a chance to win their first game of the year against the Vs. They were pressing, but the Vs on the counterattack were able to convert.
On the power play, Sillinger throws it across the ice. Slobosian, bit of an open lane, takes the wrister, gets it top corner, glove side over Berger with 1 second left on the penalty to Sam Miller.
It doesn't get more heartbreaking than that. 1 second left on the power play for the Vs, and Sam Miller comes out of the box with his head hanging down. That happened just 3 minutes into the third period. Sens had chances, had hits.
Jackson Barnes, oh, what a hit by Tyrell Buckley! Catches Barnes in the trolley tracks.
Despite pressure from the Sens, it was getting close, tied at 2s, heading in to the final 5 minutes, and the Vs pulled another one out of the hat.
And now he'll stop up, wait for reinforcements. Mike Campoli cutting into the middle at the slot! Goes off the glove of Jacob Berger and in!
Jake Berger got a huge piece of it, but wasn't able to keep it from going over the goal line. V's score with 3 minutes and change remaining in the third period. End up taking the game by a score of 3-2. Sweep the season series 6-0. And the Sens looking for answers as they headed into their Saturday night matchup against the West Kelowna Warriors. Played with that intensity, played with the fire, but ultimately got burned against the Vs. They looked to right the ship against the West Kelowna Warriors. We'll get into that in segment 3 of Talking Sense, brought to you by DCS Auto, with me, Jared Thomas, right here on Q101. Welcome back to the show where you can stay on everything Merritt Centennials Talking Sense. Jared Thomas with you, host and play-by-play broadcaster for the Merritt Centennials. And of course, it's brought to you by DCS Auto, the shop that can talk your vehicle's language. Bringing it into Heidi and Sean on Lauder Street behind Cal Tower. Give them a call, 378-2929. Sens looking to end the weekend with a win. They got robbed against the Vipers, got robbed against the Vs, looking for some positives. And in the first period, they came to play against the Warriors.
Joey Birkbeck up for Nick Wicks on the right side. Wicks cutting in with speed, finds Copperwood. Oh, what a stop! Ryan Van Unen finds it in the blue paint.
The newly formed line of Wicks, Copperwood, and Van Unen strike again early, and just a minute later, midway through the period, another newly minted line gets on the board as well.
He's driven into the corner. Brendan Schneider trying to dig the puck free. It comes to Risto. Backhander and play! Oh, what flick is from Zach Risto! Takes the backhander and water bottles it over the glove side of Demers. It's 2-0.
The Warriors would find an answer, and it would come on a breakaway.
Breakaway pass for R.J. Murphy. He's in all alone. Murphy, 5-hole.
R.J. Murphy loose on the beats Jake Berger 5-hole, and that's how the first period would end 2-1 for the Merritt Centennials, and in the second, they look to keep that scoring going.
To Matias Del Monte, his shot, Demers the save, rebound, Risto scores! Matias Del Monte with his first point in the PCHL. The monkey's off his back.
A pretty big point for Matias Del Monte, and business as usual for Zach Risto in front, finding the rebound. And then the Sens getting some action done on the power play.
Risto walking in down low for court. Back to the middle for Buckley, unloads, deflected it in. Sens on a roll, baby. Tyrell Buckley from the line, and it is 4-1.
Warriors would answer with one in the second period, and then early in the third, they'd find another to make it 4-3.
Puck piled up behind the net. Berger thrown in. Berger makes the save. Another in tight. And on the third opportunity, the Warriors score.
Sens fans may have been biting their nails at that point. 4-3. Warriors with the first goal of the third, looking to come back in the game. It wasn't looking good for the Sens, but midway through the third, they got some insurance.
Koka strips his man on the puck, walking out to the slot. Koka with room, and trickles through the 5-hole. Brad Koka comes up clutch.
That goal huge, as the next goal was so important after the Warriors climb back in to make it 4-3. Koka gives the Sens some breathing room, and a minute later, Brendan Schneider gives them even more room.
Ryan intercepts that. Risto intercepts that. Schneider! Oh, look out!
Schneider gives the Sens some insurance, and they ride it home. 6-3 the final against the West Kelowna Warriors. It sets up nicely as the Sens finally get some momentum, head on an island swing this weekend. We're going to play the Powell River Kings, Nanaimo Clippers, and the Cowichan Valley Capitals. And if you'll recall, November on that island swing, the first edition was when the Sens really started to build momentum for the season. So we'll see if they can build some momentum for the playoffs this weekend. You can listen right here on Q101 with me, Jared Thomas. This has been Talking Sens, brought to you by DCS Auto on Q101.